सो मुझे बाजार जाना है. आई विल गो टू द मार्केट. मुझे पनीर और पालक खरीदना है. सो आई विल बी बाइंग spinach and cottage cheese. Okay, so this is what I have to do. Hi everyone, welcome back to Thrive with Sushmita. So do you often find yourself translating everything in your brain from your native language to English? Does that happen to you? Don't worry. In today's video, I will be telling you that how to think in English, which will help you to sound more natural and confident. But before we start this, it is important to understand that why do you need to think in English and not translate. See, when you think in English, it helps you to sound very natural. आप बहुत natural लगते हैं जब आप directly English में बात कर रहे हो, सोच रहे हो, बात कर रहे हो, instead of translating all those words. So it helps you to sound very, very natural. First thing. Secondly, it also helps you to respond faster. When you think in English, you sound more confident and it helps you to respond faster in a conversation. When you think in English, it also helps you to, internalize your grammar, like what grammar you are using. It helps you with vocabulary. It helps you with sentence structure as well. So it is important that you do not translate everything in English, but you start thinking in English to make it a natural part of your communication. I will be sharing with you certain tips and tricks. So why wait? Let's go. The first thing is that you need to start with small words and phrases. By this, what I mean is to begin thinking in small words and phrases. For example, when you wake up in the morning and you want to have your tea, so instead of saying chai, start saying it with tea, because this way you are helping or rewiring your brain to use those English terms which will become a part of your communication, right? Like if I give you another example, but before that I would like to tell you that look around the room, okay, and see whatever things you see around the room. Do you know the object, like what it is called in English? Like if I look around this, I know that's a fan, that's a table, that's a laptop, that's a ladder, that's a chair, that's a table, that's a cupboard, not cupboard, okay, that's a cupboard. So look around yourself and see whether you know the names of each object in your vicinity in English. That is also one very important thing. So once you know what it is called in English, communicating it with it will become a lot more easier, right? See, from beginner to intermediate to an advanced level, I would like to give you this example. Suppose I say that मुझे भूख लगी है. Say, okay, मुझे भूख लगी है, and then I translated. So instead of that, I just said that I'm hungry. I am hungry. ठीक है? When you go a little higher, you can say I'm feeling peckish. Okay, I'm feeling peckish, which means मुझे भूख लगी है, it's about 10 o'clock and I'm feeling a bit peckish. And then आपको बहुत ज़्यादा भूख लगी है, you can say I'm starving. So see how I used hungry, peckish, starving. Okay, और अगर आपको बहुत ज़्यादा भूख लगी है जिसकी वजह से you're feeling very uncomfortable and you're not feeling well about it, you can say you're famished. So see how एक वर्ड को एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए I have these 4 words in my vocabulary. So this is how I started. एक मेरे सारे दिन की जो एक दिनचर्या है या मेरे सारे दिन का जो टाइम टेबल है उसमें eating food is the most important thing. So मुझे भूख लगी है is a statement or a sentence which is important part of every human being, है ना? So इस सिंपल से सेंटेंस को मैंने आपको 4 तरीकों से बताया. I told you in 4 ways. So now when you have learned that, okay, you know that whenever you're hungry, you have to communicate that I'm hungry. So instead of that, maybe you can start saying I'm feeling peckish, or maybe, oh my god, I'm starving. You can just say that, oh god, I'm famished, which means I'm finished. I'm just super duper hungry, right? So इस तरीके से whatever you do throughout your day, try and see how you can express that in a better way. First of all, of course, you need to express it in simple language, and then slowly you can move forward. Now the second tip is associated with the first tip, which is narrate your actions. The moment you get up, you're like, I am brushing my teeth, I am making breakfast, I am tying my shoelaces. So you're constantly narrating your daily actions that you are doing throughout the day in English, and you are constantly reminding yourself about it. So आप सारा दिन के बाद when you are lying on the bed before sleeping, what you can just do is close your eyes for 5 minutes and narrate the entire day to yourself. I woke up at 6 o'clock. Now आपको पता है उठने के लिए हम शब्द का जो इस्तेमाल करते हैं that is wake, but wake is used in its like अभी present में है. Now when I say I woke up, क्योंकि मैं सुबह उठी थी, so then you start along with that grammar का practice as well. You are thinking, you are internalizing your grammar skills as in, okay, so wake तो अभी हो रहा है, पर अभी तो मैं तो काफी पहले उठ चुका हूँ. So I woke up at 6 o'clock, right? With practice आपको ये भी समझ में आने लगेगा कि I woke up in नहीं होता है. That is when you're practicing grammar along with this activity. So this way आप उन sentence structures को communicate करना शुरू करोगे, right? जब आपसे कोई बात कर रहा है, always listen, ठीक है? Don't hear. There is a difference between listening and hearing. So when you are listening as well, especially people who you admire, who speak amazing English, who are very good with their communication, listen to them. कई बार हम कई चीजें unconsciously pick up करते हैं और सीख लेते हैं. So in that way, आपकी जो छोटी छोटी बातें हैं, like waking up at, right? At, in the morning, at the noon, right? So this way आप उसको सीख भी पाओगे. The next tip that I would be telling you is using English for your daily tasks. So make a narrative in your brain about whatever your daily tasks are. For example, if you are a homemaker and you are cooking, so you really need to know that, okay, so I will be cooking this. Maybe I'll be cooking rice, maybe I'll be cooking some lentils, or maybe I will be making some chickpeas curry. Chickpeas is काबुली चना. So knowing that काबुली चना को हम chickpeas कहते हैं. So in the same way, open your unit where you are having your grocery, open your grocery unit, check whether you know the names of each ingredient in English. So then, when you're cooking, so heat the pan with some oil, add some cumin. Cumin is zira, right? So सारे मसालों के नाम, whether it is cumin, whether it is asafoetida, whether it is fenugreek, right? See, if you don't know, check it out. What is man trying to tell you? Which are those spices that she's talking about? Fenugreek is methi and asafoetida is, okay? Please let me know in the comment box. So this way, whatever your tasks are, suppose you have a presentation, you are practicing for it, so you are like all getting ready, and then I'll do this and I'll do this. Is called self-talk, or this is called self-scripting. That script that is running in your brain, that is running in your mind. So start using English for the daily tasks that you do, and that will actually help you to be a little more confident, because आपको लगने अच्छा मैं ये बोल पा रही हूँ, या मैं ये बोल पा रहा हूँ, ये मुझसे हो रहा है, ये मैं कर रहा हूँ, ये मैं कर सकता हूँ, right? So आप जब अपने daily tasks को, everyday के tasks को you keep dividing into and parts, and start working on those thoughts and make sentences along with it. Make your own script, That practice will actually help you a lot. The next one is engaging with English content. Please make sure the settings on your phone is in English. Make sure the settings on your smart TV is in English. These are small things, right? Make sure that you can just read a paragraph and think कि आपको क्या समझ में आया, right? Communication and comprehension. You comprehending what you read or comprehending what the person is trying to tell you is equally important. So maybe you can watch some English podcasts, you can read. See, reading is that magical thing which can solve a lot of your problems, okay? Not just in learning English and vocabulary, but a lot more, right? The next one what you can do is practice thinking aloud. तो अभी तक जो चल रहा था वो सारा काम यहाँ पर हो रहा था, right? अब it has to be practicing it aloud. So like आपके पास आपका script ready है that okay, so morning में I wake up at 6 o'clock and then I go for jogging and then I go for a bath or a shower and then I have my breakfast and then I get ready and then I take my bag and then I go to the office and then I take the elevator and then I go and then I have a team meeting and then I have a call and then I have a project meeting and then I have a presentation. So you have this entire thing, right, which you were thinking. Now start practicing this aloud with confidence, with all those pauses. आप एक recitation में जैसे एक pause, comma, जिस तरीके से हम बात करते हैं, तो जब आप ये प्रैक्टिस करना शुरू करोगे loudly, start doing it. Do it in front of the mirror, do it with people, do it with your parents, do it with your siblings, do it with your partner, do it with your friends. Of course, all those people who will definitely help you with. Even if they might not be able to add something to you, but at least they are lending you an ear, they are listening to you. So that ways also you gain a lot of confidence. So after doing all these things, most important is speaking, most important is practice. आप यहाँ पर जो स्क्रिप्ट बना रहे हो या यहाँ पर जो आप naturally English बोलने के लिए जो तरीके आप अपना रहे हो, unless and until you don't speak it out, it is of no use. Speak to yourself. Give yourself that pep talk. Give yourself that positive self-talk. Plan your day. Plan everything in English. Do not translate. So if you have a to-do list, think about it straight in English. Do not communicate, initially आपने वीडियो के beginning part में देखा, मुझे मार्केट जाना है, I will go, no, straight, I future tense मैं जाऊंगी, so I will go to the market. Okay, so directly when you start thinking about it and practicing, let me tell you, with time you will start speaking in English without translating and directly doing it. The next one is to challenging yourself and setting time aside. Sometimes we are so busy in our daily life and schedules and deadlines that sometimes even if you want to speak in English or you want to think directly in English, you sometimes tend to forget. So set yourself, some timers or some alarms or something that, okay, so for the next 1 hour, I will only be speaking in English. Do you remember all those punishments which used to happen in school? For us, it was that this is your English class. Everybody will be speaking in English. Anybody who doesn't will have to probably pay a fine or maybe stand outside the class. I was never an outstanding student, okay? So that ways when you are reserving or you're fixing, a time period, you're challenging yourself, you're setting some time, like if I want to give 20 minutes in the morning, so those 20 minutes I will write, and I will write my entire day, my entire plan, whatever I want to do, whatever I want to tell, whatever I want to discuss, whatever I want to learn, right? And then that 20 minutes, मैं पूरा functioning of my body, even the tiniest of cell in my body will be thinking in English and not in my native language. So that ways when you are actually rewiring your brain and rewiring your cells to directly think in English, it's going to be very, very helpful. So these were certain tips which will help you to directly speak in English. Let me know what you think about it. So I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, keep thinking in English, keep thriving, and keep learning. Thank you so much.